So what we're trying to do is give students who attend this ruler class an idea of how to go about quilting their pieced patchwork quilts, because a lot of information has been put out onto the web so far about free motion quilting and creatively quilting with the Sweet 16. So, you know, the rulers will allow you to be able to sew structured lines or quilt structured lines that you could go back in and fill creatively, which I'll show you a sample of in a minute. But at least you can get an idea of how to quilt an actual block. I mean, this is a star block. Imagine that all these lines are actual seams. I mean, we've done this on a whole cloth on just black so that people can get an idea of how to use rulers, and we want them to quilt these lines. I mean, you could use your straight edge ruler to be quilting a seam like this is an in the ditch quilting. So we're trying to give students an idea of how to go about using rulers to quilt their pieced patchwork blocks, and there's a lot of things that you can do. These rulers are just fantastic. So a Handi Quilter Sweet 16 is not just about free motion creative sewing. We are free motioning straight lines. I mean, yes, straight lines around a curve, but these are straight lines and they are free motion. So we have the freedom to move our quilt as we would with free motion quilting, but we're able to do these beautiful straight lines, and with Trustitch we're able to get that perfect stitch regulation. There is just so much that you can do with ruler work. It's a very exciting thing to be able to do it in a sit down free motion situation, and not just for long arm quilters, which these rulers were originally designed for. But because we have the hopping foot system on our Sweet 16, which is the same as what's found on a long arm, we're able to use these specially formed long arm rulers. We would not recommend anything other than a long arm template or ruler, which is 1/4 of an inch thick, and ideal to fit under the hopping foot. If you were to use something that was thinner, like a thinner ruler, then you could run risk of that ruler sliding under the hopping foot as it lifts up to stitch, and therefore breaking needles, knocking you know, things out of timing, etc., etc. It could be in a fair bit of trouble. So when going around a curve ruler, you'll need to apply pressure against the ruler so it doesn't slide. So you've got to hold it there with your hand, and then of course as you go around the curve, the pressure will change from pushing against the foot to pulling against the foot. At this point she would be just pushing the ruler up against the foot. But you know, if you're going around a complete circle, then that pressure changes around the curve as you go around. So it's just purely a practice thing where you would get your ruler and make sure that you're able to confidently use it with your fabric. And by Kathy having planned her quilting sequence, we haven't had to break that thread at all. There you go. Beautiful. And that's a star block, and how exciting is that?